What's going on, you guys? We got a jammed-packed episode today. Right now, I'm at the gravestones for Riley's camp. Riley's camp is an old mine operation straight ahead in these mountains. After that, there's a couple other huge operations around. So we got like 5 different mine operations in one episode. We got to keep it quick, but this is where the people who lived at Riley's camp and the man who built the place is buried. That is for Riley himself. And he was born in 1899 and passed away in 1984. So he's an important part of mining history for Southern California. And then Raymond Arthur Walker from 9/12/1914 to 3/12/1987. And that's that. This was where they're buried, all the local miners. Coming up to an old excavator. Not much left of it. Even the seats taken out. We've made it up to Riley's camp, and now we're gonna explore the cabin where he lived. So we've seen the gravestone. He was a really liked guy, kind of one of those people everybody in the area knew about him. All the other miners and everyone in the small communities all around here. And this was his home. So we'll have a look in right now. People fixed it up, and it's now maintained just by locals. In the distance is even more abandoned mining camps. These ones were active around the same time that Riley lived here. So really, that camp there's another one over here. Then there's all those old mines I want to check out in those mountains. First, let's see this one. There's an outhouse down below, and then this small like storage shed and a picnic table, and then his home. And what's really neat is I just noticed there's this spot where you could go out and have a seat and look at, oh no way, look at that, another mining camp. So we got that one to check out and the one over in this mountain. But you could just come out here and have a seat and look out. So let's have a look inside. I know people occasionally will come out and camp here. Basically, when he passed away, the mining claim just went to the state, so it's now just part of the preserve land. And inside, J. Riley cabin rules. No shooting. There's the water. So just some cleaning stuff, like a broom and dustpan. What else is in here? Oh, a hard hat. One of these shower systems. I have one of these. But this was the shower. So he lived completely off the grid, just like all the others around here, because it was so desolate. And this is the main cabin. Yeah, it smells like somebody literally camped in here last night. They had the fire going. That's the mill. The mill's been taken down, decommissioned, unfortunately. The head frame for his mine. Then a bunch of supplies. Look at all that firewood. If you're in here in the wintertime, you could stay warm. There's the stove itself. That's freshly used. 3 logs max. Do not overheat. And look at his view too. You could actually see the other camp nearby, which we'll have a look at. There's all these pans too left. Right there. Here's the kitchen. It keeps going too. This place is huge. Oh, the logbook. 425. No 26s. Nice. This cabin is being maintained by volunteers and is available for public use. Then there's Riley himself. Oh, no way. Photos back when he lived here. The pantry. All that Chef Boyardee. I freaking love Chef Boyardee. Just cutlery. And a bunch of canned goods and pantry staples all inside of here. Oh, all the bottles. Look at that old school Pepsi can. Then the table. Even more stuff. Everything left. I like that sign, adventure. More photos. So back then, it didn't have windows. And that's what it used to look like. It was completely abandoned when he passed. That's the mine. Oh, no way. I seen that yesterday in a different video. I seen that. So that was part of his operation. That's crazy. I'll link that down below. I'm assuming that's why they have that picture out, but I seen that place. Okay, let's keep going. Downstairs we go. All the different books. All these hand sanitizers too. I've never seen Medicare sanitizer. Interesting. And here's the beds. So if you spend the night, you have all the beds to sleep in. Freedom is a cabin in the desert. This window's all faded. You can't see much outside. Here's his closet. Small bedroom, but you know, if you live by yourself, that's really not too bad. Okay, I wonder if this is gonna go outside. No, another room. Whoa. There's another stove here. It's been capped off. And the chair, the American flag chair. Some darts. Ah, so close. Oh, this is just like a small storage area. Some bunk beds to sleep on. This place is huge. I keep thinking it's gonna end and it opens up to another room. And then this would connect, back into the kitchen. And there's one more room to look at. Right in here. Crush pineapple. I've never heard of that. J. Riley Museum. Donations welcomed. Homestead artifacts welcomed. Now this door, that goes straight outside. Then a water barrel with a pump on it. But that's it for Riley's camp. We'll have to keep going today and keep exploring around. I almost forgot about this shed. Wow, all those cans. But that's what miners used to do back in the day, is they just dumped them in any washout. They didn't really know, so that's how we did it. The bottles, I would like to know how old some of them are. Some look new, but some of them, like this, I've only seen bottles that look like this in museums. Like, it reminds me of when I visited Bannock, Montana. They look just like that in their museum. Sweet, you guys. And look out the window real quick. Way in the distance, that camp we're gonna go check out. We'll find out the name. But this has been sweet. So what we're heading to now is Gear Cabin. All the miners who lived and worked all over this area would have lived up in these hills all next to each other. Kind of interesting. We'll have a look inside now and see what remains. So there's that giant storage room over there, and then his cabin, which is very modest sized. And we'll have to find the entrance, and his view would be looking out above all these cacti and Joshua trees and pine trees all around us. And check this out. Right where we were just at, his cabin is way up there. Oh, this is a small storage. There's a different way to get in, apparently. Gear mining cabin. Welcome. Leave this place open for all to enjoy. So that's his kitchen, where if he's doing the dishes, this is what he would look out to. And all the spices, small sink. I love seeing these abandoned cabins where they've just been fixed up. They were abandoned once, how you've seen in those photos at the other one. And then people come along and just fix them. And then the logbook, 2026, January 5th. Very small stove going out, but if you camp here in the wintertime, it'll be good enough. There's the guy himself who owned this mining claim. And that's the mine we explored. That was his mine that we explored last time in my last episode, which I will have linked below. Then the bed. A hard hat, of course. I mean, they all had hard hats, right? That's cool. I think that's just about everything until we head to that other building next to this. Oh, these are all the other logbooks over the years. This goes back 2018 and that. This one's for 2023, 2024 to 2025. Well, that's everything for his cabin. But I just love exploring around. The clock's not ticking. I explored one before where the clock was still ticking, which is pretty freaking insane. Unfortunately for this one, it's not. But that was cool, just having a look around it and exploring. There's the outhouse with the Joshua tree right above it. And then the clothing line. His workshop. I'm not gonna go in. It's just a lot of old equipment, a fridge, and a lot of spare wood. Closed back up. We'll keep exploring today because I know this isn't it. This can't be all there is. Another small building that's all been knocked over. The roof. There's nothing inside it anyway. Maybe a little bit of storage. That's probably what it was a storage room. I'm coming up to another old mining camp. There's a house here. And this mining camp was pretty freaking big, so past us is even more stuff. We're just gonna have to kind of have a look around and explore the dump truck. That's neat. That looks like an equipment room. So this house was the first spot that I found on Google Maps. It just looked out of place while I was scouring around. And we're gonna go inside. There's a water tank up above. That was just to gravity feed it down into here. And this was their house, which is super wrecked. This place has been abandoned for a long time. There's the kitchen. Oh, a fake brick. Gotta have it. It's styrofoam feeling. It was like styrofoam. So somebody did put some work in to prop this up so it doesn't collapse. But it's still pretty bad. They had electricity. So this was active around the 70s and 80s. And then in this outcropping was where their stove was. That's interesting to see. Wonder why they would do that. Then we keep looking. That's the front porch. So the main entry. And then into a bedroom. And a closet right next to it. And then another bedroom next to that. So 2 bedrooms. 2 miners lived in this small house. All the old bottles and the old cans and mason jars. So that's the first structure. It's just an old house. Now seeing all this wood makes me wonder if they were planning on fixing this place up or what, because this is all fresh wood. Storage room. All the paint cans on the ground. Oh, look what they did. Somebody smashed out all these windows just for the heck of it. That's unfortunate. So you see straight ahead, that's the upper workings. Then there's a dump truck with a truck bed on the back of it. It always makes me wonder what happened for them to abandon it. What year do you think this is? 1950s, 60s? Most everything's been looted off. Probably when they abandoned a place, they try to take as much as they can. 2 humongous water tanks. Potable water. Oh, that's how we go inside. Well, one of the entrances. Yeah, there's nothing. This was a tool room though. They would have had shelving on each of these notches and kept all kinds of tools, whatever they needed to keep this mine operating. Just one ginormous storage room. That's pretty much it. And everything's gone now. The old chair with a bunch of 5-gallon buckets. It's all empty. They scrapped the place. With the sun setting, it does make this place really scenic though. I bet you some strong winter storm came with some crazy wind and just knocked all this wall out. That's why it's all wrecked like that. Passing by a water tank. First signs of the upper section. That's interesting. Maybe it's the dynamite storage. Look how thick this door is. Yeah, dynamite storage room. That's why it's so far away from everything else, just in the washout. So it's interesting looking, especially from this angle. I seen it and thought, what the heck could that be? And this structure is the only thing that's right at the upper part, and the mine itself is right up here. Unfortunately, it's gonna be closed in. It's gonna be gated. There's no way to it. And right there's the mine. There's nothing in it. I'm not even gonna bother because this is National Preserve land, which means they close these off religiously. It's gonna be fully gated and collapsed in. It's just waste rock now. As for this building, it's pretty wrecked. It's crazy to me that you could come way out here and they're gonna have electricity, even back then. Whoa. Oh, this is terrible condition. Wow. Still have the dish rack, silverware container. All the clothing on the ground, the shoes. So it's a relatively modern mine. That's the thing. These mines aren't actually that old. We're talking 1980s at least. The shower over there. The curtains all falling down. Water heater, toilet. It's wrecked, you guys. This place is in awful condition. I'm surprised it's still standing. And there's the beds. So that would have been where they slept. Left their boots. The boots left. There's so much to look around at, but it's just in such bad condition. I don't want to spend too long in here. So let's get out and keep looking around. You know, this solved the mystery. I wanted to come up and I seen what there was. I was just surprised I was in this area before. Never knew about it. This is really neat. So I ran into all of this on the way. I didn't even know about all this. But the place I found on Google Maps is called New Era Number 3 Mine. That's what really my primary objective is, continuing up this road. I came from this road, looked over, saw this. I gotta check out this lower section, whatever it is, because I didn't know any of this existed. It looks cool as heck, so let's go have a look. So right below those houses, I drove down and found this incline shaft. So this was a totally separate operation, and the one that I found on Google Maps, it's not even that far up. It's only a couple miles. That's not even closed in or anything, but it is fully collapsed. Now this is really sketchy, but that's it. So we'll look inside of these right now, which, by the way, I'm filming with my GoPro right now. Unfortunately, my camera is having some issues, but it's gonna start working in a minute. I know it. Let's have a look inside and explore. Yeah, the old fridge there. Yeah, this is the kitchen. Look at all those beer cans and water bottles in the sink. Antivirus caution. Yeah, that's why I always wash my hands in these abandoned spots. Because honestly, that is a huge threat. Whoa, that backs up into there. Let's just look down here real quick. Like a small bedroom. That's all this is. Huge window, that would have been nice. And this was like a living room. The recliner. Oh yeah, more buildings. Let's go check that out in a minute. And what's interesting is they built this to back up into this trailer. So this was an extension where another one of the miners would have lived. This place could be infested for all we know. There's the fridge. We're gonna have to find another way. I'm not crawling through all this. Then there's also this building, which is an old workshop. I love seeing all this natural decay just all over the place. With all the shelving, there's really nothing on it. It's all been scrapped and looted. But that's what I'm talking about, is the trailers attached right to the main house. And then the mine operations down there, they would have just hiked down that hill. And this connects as well. Not that there's really too much inside of it. Let's check it out. There's nothing. It's like these two storage lockers, you know? That's electricity up there. So a small electrical line. And then behind all of this, wow, that cactus, that does not look great. The sunset's beautiful. We still got to rush to get to the other place. That's the clothing line running across right here, with one last building where they had some sort of storage in front. And it was a utility shed. The clothing hangers, I love that. And this is where they kind of just shoved the beds. We didn't see the other side of this old trailer yet, where there would have been a bed. And then the bathroom. Yeah. This was a cool little operation though. They just had the one incline shaft that was all collapsed in, and that was it. So I don't know how long they had this operating or anything about it. Just a small forgotten gold mine. So unfortunately my camera broke. I don't even know what happened, but the lens, like I turn it on, I just took the mic off. But look, I turn it on, it's stuck on this black screen. There's nothing. Something's broke inside of it. What the heck did we stumble upon? There's the school bus. Yeah, this mine is just wrecked. It's unlike the two others we've seen with two other cabins, but you know, operations. Then the waste rock to the left. Whoa. We're still gonna explore this spot, and I'm gonna begin over here, which is either a pantry or a dynamite room. Yeah, that's a pantry storage area. Kind of a 2-in-1. That's the old mobile home with the mine up top. There's not much to see anyway, but we'll try to get in as much as possible. The cooktop, the bed. That's about all there is. I mean, I see the toilet right there. A few more ruins. Then what's really interesting to me is this huge piece of equipment. Look at that. I mean, most of it's taken out, it's been looted. Isaacson track dozer. Massive truck bed. That truck was wide. Jeez. And then the last thing before you head up to the mine is this school bus, which is really cool because a lot of these mine operations, the miners' school buses always go for cheap. Nobody wants them after they get disused. And that means a lot of these miners would buy school buses, fix them up to live in. And that's what they did here. I mean, this one, the whole engine's gone. Actually, it was gone when they brought it in. They made like this trailer situation that would hitch to like a truck or a tow hitch. Up top, the etching in, that said school. And there's nothing left of it. How does it even get ripped up this badly? Like, what did this have to go through to look like this? Here it is, all fenced off. That's the incline shaft. Oh, it's collapsed anyway, somewhat. Right here's open, but half of it's collapsed in. So I'm heading back down the mountain, and we're gonna call that a wrap for today. All those mines we've seen, were cool, and the volunteer cabins, really, those are some of the neatest volunteer cabins I've seen out here. And I just wanted to make this trip out to SoCal, have a look around, and it's been a lot of fun. And I just want to say thank you for watching. If you haven't already, consider subscribing, putting a like, commenting down below, and stay tuned. For now, for tonight, I'm gonna head off and try to find somewhere to camp.